Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching on live for Djibouti Television. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. Menfob, the Minister of Education, received an American delegation. And on the international scene, Italy, France, same fight the health pass as a weapon against the COVID-19 pandemic. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohamed Mohamoud, today received an American delegation made up of the charitable foundation founded by American football superstar. In this case, the Mario Davis and Josh Norman, led by an American businessman from the Djiboutian diaspora living in the USA. The meeting took place in the presence of the Secretary General Mohamed Abdallah Mahyoub and senior executive and official of the MEMFOB. The owners of the foundation have given clear and determined answer about accelerating the implementation of the project. They said they were confident that with the support of the Minister of Education, Mr. Mustafa, and the things will go very quickly. It should be also noted that the Shell Foundation is dedicated to Caritas and support specifically for children with special need, as well as sports and the recreational activities. The U.S. delegation and the minister had extensive exchanges that touch on all aspects of education and teaching. For his part, the Minister of Education, Mr. Mustafa Mohamed, the minister, who said he was very happy to see this American delegation from the Chill Foundation charitable and its two American football superstar. He thanked them for all their given. After the capital and the interior region, it was the turn of the most remote towns and areas of the country to launch their tournament yesterday. The town of Asagela and Randa simultaneously organize sport activities to the delight of young holiday makers. It is under the aegis of the Secretary of State in charge of sport that the various sport associations concerned have kicked off these events, which will last for a month on both sides. These events saw the participation of officials from the State Secretary for Youth and Sport, the regional authorities, civilians and military alike, but above all, the population of Asagela, inheriting a more busy schedule, opened that the bowls first. It is under a cloudy sky that the two best team of the locality produce an interesting and promising football to the cheers of these sport of the supporter before closing the day with a beautiful game of volleyballs between civilians and soldiers, and especially sport traditional a heritage that must be preserved. Same story in Randa, where the Adeloli enforce their frank strictly to overcome their opponent of day on penalties. As remember, the organization of a sports foundation aims to promote sports practice in the country and especially in the interior region in order to promote the development of young people. This type of initiative is likely to bring out new talent and meet the needs and expectation of young people, particularly in the field of physical and sport activities. And now moving on to the international scene, Italy is also betting on the health pass, Cattle's Green Pass in the Italy. It can be delivered from the first dose of vaccine, but also to the people carried of COVID-19 and to those who have obtained a negative test in the previous 48 hours. And it will be mandatory from August 6 and to access close places such as bars, restaurant, museum, cinema, and also sport halls. These remaining closed this summer. The threshold of 5,000 new cases per day has just been crossed by the Italian government. Hopes to take the lead in the epidemic by pushing Italians to be more vaccinated. In France, a minority of French people denounce the health that the program wants to impose on them. About 200 people demonstrate near the Senate. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.